Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Truly, thank you for spending this time with us and congratulations on saying yes to the wellness reset. The next 30 days are all about helping your body to prepare, to cleanse, and to renew. So, we're going to be using the best of nature and science to rebuild your health foundations. But this month, we're just going to start with the prepare phase. Hopefully, if you weren't here live for the educational portion of the webinar a few weeks ago, I hope you'll take the time to review the recording so you can learn why this process is so important. And today is pretty much set up as an opportunity for you to ask any questions you might have before we get started. I also have some answers to frequently asked questions, some of the most common ones that we get about this reset challenge, so you can feel confident and supported and ready for real results. For those of you who I haven't met, I'm Dee Diaz, a certified integrative nutrition health coach and one of the support leaders on Team Sparkling Life. Also on this call is Elizabeth Roman. She's also one of our wellness advocates and one of our support leaders on the team. You might also notice as we go through the challenge that there are other support leaders from our sister teams under the Healing Hippie banner. So welcome to all of you. I know a few of you weren't able to make it. You're going to be watching this on the recording, but we're so happy that you're here. Thank you for joining this community. And we truly are excited to be able to share this experience with all of you. Feel free to use the chat to ask questions or raise your hand. We'd like this to be a conversation, not a lecture. So we'd love to hear from you. And just know that we're here to be supportive and to help you get started. So no question is a silly question. Today's flow, so you know what you're walking into. Quick overview of the 90-day structure, the 3 phases, the 30 days. We actually went through a lot of that and we have the recording in the community. So if you want to review that, that'll be there available for you. What you need to get started, we're going to talk about that, what to do. If you're still waiting on your products, we're going to talk a little bit about food and hydration basics, just simple, high level. And the common is this normal moments that you might run into. We're going to talk about how to track your progress, how to get help when you need it. And as you go through, feel free, as I mentioned, to raise your hand if you have any questions. You can interrupt me as I go along. This truly is a Q&A for your questions. So, month 1, just a reminder, we're going to prepare the foundation. So that's why it's the prepare phase. Month 2 is when we decide if we're going to continue. That'll be the cleanse phase. And then phase 3 is the renew phase. We'll help you understand what to do next and how to continue the good foundation that you've already set. Keep in mind that you can start anytime. We're starting now, but even if you're a late starter, you haven't received your products yet, or you found out about this later on, you can still follow the same routine. All of the recordings are going to be in the community along with the daily post. So just start wherever you are. Okay, so you're going to want the 90-day reset prepare bundle. No worries if you haven't received everything yet. Like I mentioned, start where you are. We want you to especially focus on hydration, on your food, and on the daily habits while you wait for your products to arrive. That's the most important thing, right? Hydration, because you're going to hear us say this a lot. As you're taking these products, they're going to be releasing the toxins in your body. If you're not flushing it out with hydration, then you're really doing a disservice to your body. You want to be able to flush that out. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is by hydrating yourself. So we're going to be focusing on that a lot. Even if you don't have everything, the basics to start is if you have VMG Plus, E Omega Plus, and the PB Restore, you can start with whatever you have. This is a question that we get a lot. The month 1 kit feels expensive. Is it worth it? And I wanted to address that because if you think about it, when you break month one down, it comes out to about $7.17 a day for the 30-day foundational wellness protocol. And not only that, it also includes 30 days of education that you're going to be receiving. You're going to get 30 days of guidance and support from our Team Sparkling Life support leaders. And for many people, that's less than a cup of coffee. For others, it's convenience food or a subscription or the little daily expenses that we don't even think about. So the real question isn't, is it expensive? It's, is this something that I'm ready to make a priority for myself right now? Right? For some people, that's going to fit comfortably into their priorities. For others, it may be a future goal, and both are okay. But what I often invite people to consider is we regularly invest in things that help us get through the day, right? Like coffee. For some people, this is a moment for them to decide whether their health deserves the same consistency they give everything and everyone else. So if this feels aligned for you, it can be a really powerful step. If not, there's no pressure, just an invitation to reflect on what your health is worth to you in this season and to join us in our free community. We have so many resources that are going to help you to improve your health naturally, even if you're not joining us for the reset. Does anybody have any questions so far? All right, let's see. It's another frequently asked question. What should I eat? That's a good one. Liz, what are you eating?
I'm starting out with protein in the morning to get you energized. And I do my intermittent fasting. So I just have like my 2 meals a day, but I'm used to that. That's something that you need to work your system into. And then in the evening, just a little bit of proteins, a little bit of carbs, a well-balanced diet, vegetables. My problem is getting outside and doing my exercise. Because with the weather being so out of whack, you're like, one day you're cold, one day you're hot. Like, what the heck? So,
Yeah, especially with the weather the way it's been. Even here in Florida, it's been really
yeah,
cold. I
today
can't
was
imagine.
warm.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy.
it's supposed to
Um,
be dropping again. I'm like, no, make up your
yeah,
mind.
I know. I keep saying I'm going to break up with Florida because they're just not being loyal on the weather front. And that's no comparison to where you are, Susan. So we'll stop complaining. So, yes, we encourage you to please choose real, colorful foods, right? Vegetables, fruits, quality proteins, and healthy fats. Try to reduce your processed foods. Try to reduce alcohol or remove it, at least for these 30 days, and refined sugar, especially refined sugar during the cleanse phase. And be intentional over focusing on perfection. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what this reset is about. So think about just eating more healthily, as Liz mentioned, high protein and vegetables, and be more mindful of your sugar intake and processed foods because the processed foods have so much toxins on them. So if we're trying to remove the toxins and then we're putting them back in, it kind of defeats the purpose. So we're going to be very careful about what we're putting back in. But again, perfection is exhausting. That's not what we're after. We want consistency. That's what's going to help us to be effective. Another question, as we were talking about the importance of hydration, right? We should be aiming for half our body weight in water ounces per day. And that example of a 150-pound woman should be consuming 75 ounces of water. That equals to about 9 cups a day. That's a lot if you're not used to drinking that much water. What I find helps me is to add a drop of lemon, lime, or tangerine essential oil into 16 ounces of water. Not only is it good flavor wise, but also they're great cleansing supports. Actually, any of the citruses will work for that. Since it's cold, it's a little harder for me to drink water, but I've been having a lot more tea. And I use the essential oils for that too. I just warm up the water and then I put a couple drops of the drops in warm water and make a tea out of it. This month, I'm going to be dropping the honey and not using that, but it just makes it a little easier to get your water intake. If you need any help calculating that, we're more than happy to assist. And as I mentioned, this might be a struggle for some people who are just starting, not really water drinkers, but minimum start by adding one extra bottle a day or one extra glass a day until you get to the amount of cups that you should be drinking. Because again, in this reset phase, the most important thing is to hydrate so we can flush those toxins out of our body. We don't want to overtax our liver and our kidneys. And we'd also like to encourage you, if you're able to, and you have it, to be sure to include the recharge electrolytes. There's a picture of them on the screen at least once a day. This is going to help to provide you with potassium, with sodium, with minerals, and that's going to help increase cellular hydration. So if you're able to incorporate that in your day, that would be awesome. Another question we get asked often is, can I have coffee? Yes. Light caffeine is fine, but we're going to try to reduce our intake. If you're the type of person that drinks coffee all day long or you have it late at night, not so much in this phase, but especially during the cleanse phase, because caffeine competes with your liver's detox processes. And so, again, we want to try to help the liver strengthen. So we don't want to compete with it. You can swap beverages for the MetaPower Recharge as the electrolyte drink we just mentioned, or herbal tea. It's okay to taper off slowly. Hydration first. Many I need coffee moments are really I need water moments. So have a drink of water first. And then if you still need the caffeine, then do that, but try to taper off slowly. Any questions so far? We good? Okay, I'll keep going. Can I exercise during the reset? Yes, absolutely. Light to moderate exercise is going to help you to move those toxins through sweat and through lymph flow. So listen to your body when it comes to your best level of intensity. Rest as you need to, especially during the cleanse phase, because your body's going to be going through a lot of changes during that phase. But we suggest walking, any type of mobility, yoga, light strength exercises, and again, give your body permission to rest and recover. That's going to be very productive. Do you have any other suggestions, Liz?
Well, the kit comes with the Mito 2 Max. So for those of you who need that energy boost, like you need that caffeine, the Mito 2 Max is there to help with that need. Then if you're exercising, it's gonna help your recuperation as well. So that's part of the 90-day cleanse.
That's great. And especially because we're having this weird weather, finding ways that you can exercise indoors. Maybe going up steps if you have steps, or walking in place, or any type of yoga or mobility exercise, light weights. Just remember to move. That's going to help a lot to get those toxins out of the body. If you feel tired, bloated, or achy, these are normal signs that your body's adjusting and releasing toxins. So you can drink more water and add electrolytes. We mentioned that already. Eating fiber rich foods is going to help you to strengthen yourself. And of course, get plenty of rest. We're going to encourage you throughout this reset to listen to your body. Your body speaks to you all the time. This month, we're really going to be focusing in on what it's trying to tell us. The other thing you can do is apply the Revitazen detoxification blend over your abdomen for soothing comfort. I know, Susan, you were mentioning that you have the Zendocrine. You can use that one instead.
Great.
Thank
Now,
you.
yeah, absolutely. If symptoms last more than a few days, slow down or skip a product temporarily. Your body's going to catch up. Remember that the goal is support, not suffering. So we encourage you, if you have any questions, message. If you're not sure, we're here to assist you with any questions that you might have. Again, no question is a silly question. Okay, so real life questions, because life be lifing. And so, what happens if you miss a day or a few days? That is not a problem. We're going to pick up where we left off, right? The body thrives on consistency. Again, it's not about perfection, it's about trying to be consistent. Anne of Green Gables, it's a book I read when I was young. She always used to say, tomorrow is a new day with no mistakes in it. So if today things went wrong and everything went to pot and nothing that you planned worked out, no problem. Just start again. Another question we get a lot is, can I join later? Yes, of course. As I mentioned, you can start this at any time, follow the same 3-phase routine, and you can do this throughout the year. Again, we want you to learn to listen to your body. Your body's going to tell you when it needs some extra support. And so if later on in the year, we try to do it at least once a year, but sometimes depending on what's going on, twice is also good. Another question that comes up is, can I do this if I'm pregnant or nursing? And the answer is no. We don't suggest that you do a 90-day reset for anyone who's pregnant. Your body is going through it enough. If you're nursing, if you're under a doctor's care, definitely we encourage you to consult with your healthcare provider before beginning any cleanse or supplement routine, especially if you're pregnant. And share the ingredient list with them so they can review it. But again, your body is going through so many changes. The last thing it needs is a cleanse or a reset. So we just discourage you not to start it at this time. Another question is, can my spouse or teen join me? Yes, absolutely. The whole family, friends. This challenge is great for families, especially teens. They can safely use the VMG Plus, the E Omega, the Revitazen, that doTERRA PB Restore. It's great for the whole family. And you're going to love seeing the ripple effect of the healthy habits and the support that you're going to get if other people in your home are doing the same thing. You're going to have accountability partners living with you. It's going to make it a little easier to stick to it. Although that's what the community is for. So we're so glad you're here. And what if you're already taking other supplements? What do you think, Liz?
It should be fine as long as you're not doubling up on like one particular supplement. Like right now, I'm taking extra vitamin D and biotin to grow my nails and my hair. So that shouldn't affect the process. But if you're taking extra omega oils or some other probiotic, then you're doubling up the process. So you have to be cautious with that.
Absolutely. So you can continue if you desire, but consider simplifying so that there's not an overlap, right? And if you have questions, again, we're here to review what you're taking and help you make a decision with that. How should I track my progress? Is another question a lot of people have. We encourage you to photo journal your progress or take quick notes. Measure your energy like 1 to 10, your sleep, your digestion. And we have all the forms that you need in the resources section in the community, such as the how to take your measurement form. We'd love for you to be able to fill that out weekly. That's not something that you need to share with us. This is for you, because a lot of times, especially in the beginning, you may not notice weight loss, but you're going to notice waist loss. You're going to see your waist getting smaller and your hips getting smaller and your chest and your arms. And so we don't want the scale to be our only measurement. So definitely try to do that sometime this week before you get started. Take your measurements so you have a starting place, and then we'll do it at the end of every week to see our progress. Sometimes that tells you more than what the scale says. And celebrate the small improvements, because you're going to see as the 4 weeks go by, that's going to compound. Then, how do I know if it's working? Again, use the lifestyle assessment that is also in the community. At the start of each month, we want you to take the assessment, just go through the questions. It's going to tell you where you're starting. And then again, we're going to ask you to fill it out at the end. You're more than likely going to notice more stable energy, better digestion, improved focus and mood. Your skin is going to be glowing. You're going to have deeper, more restful sleep. So make sure that you're taking the lifestyle assessment. A question that we get a lot is, what if I don't notice big changes right away? No worries, keep going. Healing happens in layers. And that's why, especially with a 90-day program like this one, it's designed to give your body time to repair, rebuild, and rebalance from the inside out. So it's going to take a little bit of time, and we're going to need to have a little patience for that. How do you track your progress? Again, make sure that you're taking your supplements, you're drinking your water, you're moving. Record this as your wins. Use your 90-day reset tracker sheets to mark off your daily supplements, your water, and your movement. That is also in the community. You can download that, and that's the monthly sheet. So you're going to use that to mark off your daily supplements, water, and movement. Yeah, there it is. So it's going to tell you what to take every day. It has the Terrazyme. That's one of the ones that's optional. Also, it's a 30-day supply. So if you don't have more than a 30-day supply, I would suggest that you choose to take it either in the AM or the PM. If you have a 60-day supply, then you could take it both in the AM and the PM. But for the monthly one, if you just have one bottle of that, then it's going to give you just enough to take it one time a day. And it could be in the morning or in the evening. It's a great thing to print off and check off so that you can keep track of if you're keeping up with the progress and you're taking all the vitamins. And then we also have a physical activity tracker. I've included that in the resources section in the community too. And that's just for you if you feel like using it. We're encouraging you to celebrate small improvements because they compound. So make sure that if you're not exercising yet, that you start slowly and increase week by week. Review your monthly guide for month one. Although we'll be reviewing all the items in the reset kit throughout the month, if you'd like to learn more about any of the items in the reset, you're going to find information in the monthly guide, and you'll also find a daily tracker on the last page of the guide. I've also included it in the resources section in the community. I'm going to go in there in a few minutes and show you how to get around if you hadn't had a chance to do some discovery. Again, you don't have to do everything perfectly. You just have to do it with heart. Your body was designed to heal, to thrive, and to feel vibrant. So now's your chance to partner with it. By doing this reset, you're going to help it along and rediscover what true wellness really feels like. So I'm looking forward to us resetting together. Liz and I are in this with you. We love when the community comes together and does it with us, because it's great to hook arms and do it together. we have each other as accountability partners. Let me take a moment and show you around the community so you know where to go and what to do. When you go in, just come up here to the classroom section, and I put it up at the top here in the Reset and Rise. Can you all see that? Yeah. Okay, cool. So Reset and Rise, Quest 1, and it's all there. This is the replay of the webinar we had. So if you wanted to go back and listen to it, that's there for you. Then the posting for this recording that we're having now is going to be under frequently asked questions. You can go there, here. Under the welcome tab, welcome to Reset and Rise, month 1 prepare. That's where you're going to find the resources I was talking about. The Take Your Measurements 4 weeks, the lifestyle assessment is there, the daily tracker, the physical activity, and the guide is all on that welcome page. And then when we start week 1, which starts on Friday, we'll be sending out daily messages to different things for you to focus on or to think about, a little bit of education for some of the items that you're going to be taking. So I encourage you, if you haven't already, the school app can be downloaded onto your phone. So if you're not in front of a computer, you'll just get the messages on your phone, whether you have an Android or an Apple device, and that'll be helpful to just, if you want to go back and check real quick or access any of the resources, that'll be there for you. It'll also notify you whenever we send a message. I'm going to do it first thing in the morning so you can get a start. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one going back to taking extra supplements. I also have the bone supplement from doTERRA.
Yes,
Can I take that daily too?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
that would be awesome. You can continue to take that.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. And what's the other one? Are you taking the phytoestrogen too?
No,
Or
I didn't
just the
see.
bone supplement?
Yeah, just the bone supplement.
Okay, that'll be good. Yeah. You can continue to take that. Okay. And does anybody have a question about when to take the supplements? Are we all taking it in the morning?
Just following the chart, like whatever it says in the morning, I'll take in the morning, and then the other one I'll take in the evening. Yeah, yeah.
The daily tracker pretty much tells you when to take everything. So yeah, just follow the tracker. I know some people have different schedules. Some people work at night. And so, whatever your regular feeding schedule is, go by that. Just because if you sleep in the morning, like you're not going to take your vitamins in the morning and then go lay down. Like, that's not going to help you. Like, whatever your schedule is, adjust your vitamins to that. Any questions about the school community and how to access it or get to it? The other thing I wanted to show you was here on the calendar is where you'll be able to get the links for the calls. We're planning to do them weekly. So for the next 4 weeks, it'll be on Monday at 7:00. That'll be your opportunity to bring any questions or talk about how your week has been and any wins that you have. We'd love to hear that. But even if it's just to say, I'm having a really hard time, come and share. This is what's going to help us get through this. Okay. Any other questions?
That's how I found the link today. I was like looking all over my emails, like, where is it? Wait, let me just go to here.
Yeah, everything is
Yeah,
going to be in the community.
yep,
Make it
right
easy.
there.
And that's why if you download the app to your phone, then it's even easier because then everything will be there. If you have any questions here in the more section, there is where did it go? Oh, Q&A. It's right here. So any questions you might have, just go in and drop it under Q&As. Actually, when you go to write something in, you can tell it that you want it to go to Q&As. And that way we'll be able to capture it and answer it either right away and also gather it for our next meeting. In case anybody else had the same question, we'll be able to have that in one place so other people can benefit from your wonderful questions. So we're good.
Sounds good.
Yay! Can't wait to get started. Let us know if you need anything. We'll be online. I'll start posting on Friday. And yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. Fresh
Sparkle
start.
on. Yes. Sparkle on. And don't forget to leave a little sparkle everywhere you go. Have a good night.
Bye.